All right. As we see, we have a new toy here. So, this is exactly how I got it. Didn't even take the screws off it yet, but I did hook it up to the power supply. 14 volts. Alright, all the lights light up except for the preamp. So let's find out what's going on. And the fans don't work either. I gotta get teeny weeny little bitty fans for this. That looks like to be a not an original screw. This looks like to not be an original. Just like 3 different kinds of screws in here. There's only 4 on the lid. Oh, that could be original. If a screw strips out, there's a reason for it. That's the 3rd size screw that's in this box. You got this little bitty teeny weeny one. That's another pill screw. So we got 3 kinds of different screws in here. Well, that would be why the fans don't work. They're not connected. So, okay. Maybe they do work. Alright, that's something for later then. So this is a 1.4 Toshiba box. All the wrong values are in here. The 1 pill, I don't see any resistors burnt. Not this one, not any of 10 ohms here, not the 10 ohm here, not the input tuning, not the 100 ohm over here, none of them. Oh, I see why the green light don't work over here. It's not connected to anything. So we'll have to fix that. It's probably just adding a wire from there to here to make this work, and the green wire will probably work again. Okay. 1F, 5J, 8D, 5J, 1F. So the Toshiba that's in here don't look like it's the original one either. So this box has been ran hard a lot. The hell do they have for an input tune on this thing? A 10 puff and what? A 150. They'd make it a 160. It's supposed to be 270. That's what's supposed to be here. So the input 2 is off. They had 270s because they put them on the input tuners, or on the input transformers. Those are supposed to be 330s. These two 595s are supposed to be 1000s. All right. So we're going to see what this box does with the Cobra 2000 on. Variable power all the way down. We go to channel 1. We flip you around on the meters here. View on this. All right. 5-watt slug on the right, 500-watt slug on the left. And average. Don't need to listen to static. Turn the power supply on 14 volts. Hello. It only does hello. 100 bird watts. Hello. Hello. What's it do peak? Audio, radio, hello. 500 peak. Audio. Hello. What about 2 watts reflect? Audio. Maybe 2.5 watts reflect. Okay, that's enough of that. We're not going to blow nothing up today. Sorry, just not. Okay, back to what we're looking at here. This box. Heat up the soldering iron. Man, this is not a biased box. It's a Class C box. So there's your sideband delay right there. There's your preamp circuit over there. Here's your main output tuning there. So we're going to get this working a little bit better than it is. Actually, a lot better than it is. And we're going to replace the positive and negative cable on this thing as well. Because this little 10 gauge, it ain't cutting it. We need like 2 10 gauge or 2 8 gauge and a bolt on this thing for ground. At least the SO239s are soldered in the back of the box. So yeah, there's that. King circuit I'm gonna leave alone. Sideband delay I'm gonna leave alone. This here I'm gonna upgrade to something else. So Fox does it talks. So I'm going to make it talk better. Because these are supposed to be metal micas, not, well, let's see here.
The fans. The little bitty tiny things. You will hook up the fans to either the switch or where's that other wire at? Green. Where'd green go? Green goes to, there's red for hot. They didn't even use Teflon wire. I know that because this wire here is almost melted. Almost. Man, when they built this box. Checking the variable for spots in it, but there is none. That's a good working box. 1, 2, 1. All right. And 2 ribs there. 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. This has been popped a lot of times, but we're gonna leave that in there for now because we can. For now. So let's get to it, shall we? Let's take off these 270s and see where they measure at. On my, where'd my cat meter go? Oh, where did you go? I'll find it. Yeah, it's around here somewhere. There it is. Told you I'd find it. I was charging it, that's why. Positive goes there, negative goes there. Oh, well, that's not, that the computer wasn't on, so this wasn't being charged. Oh well, that's okay. It'll still read. Okay. Let's take off these 270s first. Come on. There. That one off of there. The input will come down big time. I don't know who thought these go on here. Maybe at one point in time this box was biased, but I don't see it. No, this box wasn't biased ever. Come on, out you go. Out, out, out. There. Okay. Now, I have you all moved over here so you can see this. Alright, I'm going to zero this. That's not zeroed. .00. That's better. This 270 measures at 266.5. All right. There it is. this 27B measures at 262. You see what I mean about you just throw caps in, they don't measure? So those I'm going to be like not usable. Let's go back to my parts. Supposed to be 330s on the input. Come on. Oh. And I got the bigger 330s, so we're going to use these bigger ones. Alright. 328. $322. $332. That would be perfect. $328. Still not where I want it. $328. We might have to. We might have to go with $328. Those two exactly the same. $328. Yeah. $322. And this one was a $331. Yeah, I'd like that one better actually. Let's see if we can't find another 330, 331 instead of these 328s. I'm like, will they work? Yeah, they will. But you know me, I want perfect. Big 120s. $680s, we'll need those. $680s, we'll need there. Alright. I know I've got a whole bunch of big 330s. Here they are. They're in this case here. I put them in here. Alright, for now Damn, my nose has been running like this all day long. Not kidding. All day, non-stop. For whatever reason. I don't know. So we do about 100 and maybe 20 watts burn peak, 2.5 watt reflect, 500 watt peak, 100 watt, 120 watt average. That's it. That's all this thing was doing. 428.79 Toshiba's in it. Okay. 330s. These are saying 330 puff. We will see. There's only 4 of them in here left. These measure exactly 330. I'll be very happy because that is very rare. .318. So I measured them something different. .318. Well, these are all the same. Almost 318, 317.9. Down to 318.7. Okay, let's put these back. Which ones are these? These say these are 333s to 334s. Well, let's see. Everything's been reading differently lately. When I took the capacitance measures of all these, I didn't have this meter. I used something else. So, when you use different meters to test stuff, you get different readings. There. .323. I might have to go back with the little ones again. 322. .322-ish. Almost 322. What's that? 321 something. 321. 321. 321. See, it takes a while. 320. You're about 10 puff off. I'll relabel these later. I ain't worried about it. Another project for another day. This is another 330 bunch. What does this say? 338, 337. This is measured March of 2023. Definitely using a different meter. I wasn't using this one. I didn't have this meter back then. Alright, let's read 0. 0.04. Alright. .326. That's acceptable. 325.8. Rather not. $325. Okay, that goes over here. Now we're 5 puff off instead of 10. 325. I mean, will it work? Yeah, it'll work. 327. I like 327. Is this 327? $326.7. $325 again. These are all 325s. I'll go through them anyway. 326. That goes with you. Where is it? 0.07. That's fine. 325.8. 325.2. 326. I'd like it to be a little higher. 326. Good thing I got this more accurate measuring device, huh? 328. What's this one? $327.4. 4.5. These two can work. What's this one? That was a 331. That would be nice. $327.5. Let's read 0. When you're matching caps, you want them to match. So your baseline wants to be the same. $327. $327.9. This one's what? $327. So here's a 327 here. And here's a 327 here. All right. That's a lot better matched up than that one. This one here. This one here. I'm at a 326. I don't know if I measured these or not. I don't think so. 325. Yeah, these are 326, 325. 324.8. Relatively the same. $326. All right, yeah, so they're all relatively within the same. See if we can't find actual 330s. These say 340 on them. I bet you these read like 330. 332. I bet you. .07. All right, come on. 0.00. $327.3. $328. I like that one better. $328. I like that one better. These two can go off to another bag. $327. $327.5. $327.2. I think it, yeah, 328. That's fine. It's splitting hairs now. 327.9. $329. I like that one. $328.5. All right. These two are going in. Let's see here. Damn it. Let's get the baseline again. .00. $329.50. It's about a puff off. That's okay. That's all right. That's not gonna, one picofarad off isn't gonna kill it. It ain't gonna give you any kind of imbalance at all. 328.2. And 328.3. It would have been a tenth. You know what? I'll use these two. I'll put these away for some other day. I'll use these two. They're only a tenth off. So I'll use those. These other ones I'll put back in here. I'm not keeping this box. I bought it to fix it and resell it. But going through this extra matching caps and everything, that's just what I do. 331, 332, what's this one say? 341. Oh, just for shits and giggles. I gotta see. I know, it's boring to you guys. You guys aren't even seeing what I'm doing. There. 0. Are these actually 330s or are these something else? 328.9. Okay. Better. $331.0. 331.1. Perfect match right here, these two. Bang. These I'll put away. Done testing for now. I even got more of them in here. Yeah. They all got to be gone through anyway. All retested, all redone, all rebagged. It takes time. It's okay. This one was a what? 328 something? 328.9. Stick that over there. Okay. So then we got don't need to listen to that. 331.3. $331.19. So 1/10 off. No big deal. Just ducky. Now, with just doing this, and replacing the input tuner here for 270, I want to see, you know what? Yeah, I want to see what happens. Just for schnats and giggles. And I reused one cap. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Come on. There. Just for now, we'll leave them straight up. There. That's better. All right. Just changing these two caps here. From the 270s probably not gonna make a whole hell of a lot of big difference, but it'll make a difference. What the hell? I can't believe this. This is a 150 and a 10, so I mean a 160. A 160. It's supposed to be 270. What are they trying to do? Tame it down? What'd they use over here? Alright, that's a 180. That's supposed to be there. I'm replacing this. This I'm replacing. This is too low. Way too low. First we're taking off a resistor. That's part of the tuning. Padding. Well, it's padding as well. Let's see how they put these in here, shall we? Oh, this has been dicked with multiple times. Alright. Alright. This is why you don't wrap over and over and over again. It doesn't do anything constructive for anybody. It doesn't do good for you. It doesn't do good for the part. Damn it. You know what? I will unravel this part the hard way. And just pull it out. See? Exactly what they did. Wrapped it around and around and around and around and around. No reason to do that at all. None. Ooh, that's hot. Okay. Yeah, you know. Alright, I know what I'll do. You'll find me a 270. These are the little 330s I had out. I'll put those back. Don't need those. That's a 270. These two 270s, I'm just gonna hang on to just for now. Here they are. Yep. I've got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of 270s. Where we at? 44 minutes. And I've just been playing with the tuning of the thing, on the input tuning. That's funny. There it is. Turn on. That's a 330. What the hell is that doing over here? That's a 270. 270. Okay. I have to look at the cab before I check it. Zero that puppy out again. Nope, not not 0.21. That's not zeroed out. 0.00. That's better. 270. This is a 269.43. Alright. I I'd say that's a winner. $266. This is probably right on the noggin. I don't know. We'll see. It's probably why I kept it. 265. No, out of here. $270.5. That's what I wanted. Bang, right there. Okay. The rest of these can go away. That's a 270. That's a 330. That's got to be bang. We all know what the values are for Toshibas. That's not a secret. What I do want to see, though, just for shits and giggles, why I left a little bit over here, is what in the heck was the tuning on this? 0.07. That's fine. It can be a 0.07. I don't care. What is the tuning on this? A 161. $161 compared to a 270. We're gonna see what the difference is. Really, really quickly. Mind you, that was also an antenna, not a dummy loader. Dummy loader will show you really nice, fun stuff. This is actual tuning here. I'll get that in a minute. There. This can go here. This, all this extra stuff, don't need to be here. Goodbye. Little hairs in here. Oh, probably from the input combiner. Come on, out you go. I don't want you in the box. There you go. Now, 270 here. This is here. This should actually be redone a little bit better here. But for now, yeah, no, it'll be redone a little bit better. I just don't like the soldering job. There. Alright. And then this over here in the 2290, I don't like that. Nice, new, fresh solder. Wow. Someone put a Class C choke on a 1-pill. That's coming off. I mean, if you really want a low dead key, sure. I mean, you don't have the best cooling in the world on this box, but you at least want it to do some power out, right? Can't believe I almost didn't see that. There. Alright. That's it for dead key. You want less of a dead key? Add a Class C choke to the input of the 1-pill stage and you'll see a whole lot less dead key. I was wondering, what in the hell? Why is it like keying nothing doing? Okay. So, now we're going to test it again. Using the same 14 volts, using the same dead key off the radio. Trying to amp on. Hello, radio audio. Hello. Hello, radio audio. Really? Hello, radio audio. Hello. Interesting. Output transformers. Output transformers. Pull that back up there. 14 volts, that's all we're on. Alright. So we put the 270 on there. You know what? I want to see something. I've had this happen to me before. I want to just see. Just see. I know this is a 4.7 ohm, this one. Now the other one, I think is 6.8 ohm. Or 68 ohm, my bad. They look familiar. Yep, 1. Alright, so we're gonna go ohms. La 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 la. Come on. $200 ohm. There and there. Yeah, 67 ohm. Which makes it the other one probably 33 something. That's a 5.4 ohm. Okay, what do I pull out of here? I pulled out of here a .34 ohm. All right, so I pulled a 34 ohm out, okay? I wonder if I take this and place it from here to here. I just do it that way for now. Got so much solder on, it's not even funny. There. Put a little bit of fresh solder there. That's much better. I've done this to my own amps. I'd be like, you know what? We'll just put a bigger input buffer resistor on it, and that will help with the drive problem level issue, so I can drive more dead key into it. If you want this in a dead key 0 and swing max power out, then put the Class C choke back on here and drive it with a single final radio. You know, this is only 20 watt peak radio. Now let's see what this does. Hello. Audio. Hello. Hello, radio, audio. Hello. About 150 bird. Reflect went up a little bit, but that's okay. You're driving it more. And I didn't even play with the... So... And that's with dead key down some. There we go. Hello. Hello, radio, audio. Hello. Audio. So, hello, radio, audio. Hello. Alright, so we're getting there. Back to turn that off. Preamp's not even working. Oh, I'm sorry, that's sideband. That's why. Hang on. Yeah, preamp is working. Wrong switch. Sorry, I was hitting the sideband switch. Alright, so. Now, what we're going to do here, boys and girls, these still got the 595s on them, on the output transformers yet, okay? And you still got the little bitty transformer cores in here too. You don't get the bigger output transformer cores on them. Here's one that's got the transformer already on it. Or the cap already on it. Question is will they fit in here with the fans? Probably why they didn't put them in. You know what? They'll fit. Maybe not with the fans. I might have to put the fans on top. But they'll fit. Change out these transformers, these to those. Put the 1,000 puff caps on them. I mean, what was probably supposed to be in this thing originally to begin with, because this is called a 700 Midnight Special. I think this was supposed to be 42290s. But even at 420, yeah. That would make sense. 42290s in here would make sense with how all this got done. Someone put in 2879s, thought they'd get more out of it. I haven't seen these 595s in like forever. Anyway, we're taking the 595s out. We're going to put the 1000s in. We're going to check the output toning. I mean, just for shits and giggles for right now, it's not really doing a whole lot of power out. I mean, it's doing more. Average. Not a lot, but it's doing more average than it did. What is the output tuning on this thing? I see a 270 back there. It's supposed to be a 1000 and a 150. Yeah, this was tuned for something totally something different else. Yeah, it's 1000 and a 270. It's supposed to be a 10 amp relay back there too, not a. Well, you can get away with it. Little 5 amp relay, you can. I have to redo all. No, I'm not doing all that. I just want to resell the box with decent numbers, good tuning, and it's running. At least they put all 120s on the bottom here. I might have to check all those too. All right, where's my? There it is. Are you fucking kidding me? There. Yep. They did with this as they do with everything else. They just wrap it around. Don't do that. Here, I'll make it easier for everybody here. God damn. All right. There. Now let's test it and see where we're at. Wow. It's just wow. Where'd the cat checker go? Right up there. Let's see a little bit better here. 38 puff. $40 puff, because my hand is on it. Hand off of it's 38 puff. Yeah, that ain't right. Guarantee you that ain't right. See what I can do here. Let's see here. Is this a new fan grade I can use? No, that's too big. That's for an 80 millimeter. Metal Micro 150 I can use. That's why you're not doing the power out. The output coating was whacked, amongst other things. Now we're gonna put thousand puff silver micas up here. Supposed to use metal micas, but if I'm not gonna change out the transformer to one of these, that's fine. I mean, this is what you use in 2290s. It's not even 61, it's 43 mix. So that's what tells me it's supposed to be 2290s in this box. It wasn't even built for 2879. One 2290 driving four 2290s. There we go. $1,003. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. $1,015. Okay. $998. Close. Yeah, it's really hard to match these suckers. I mean, really hard. 1,006. I'm going to take that as a win. Between these two and these, between the 1,006 and the 1,000, what was this one? 2? 3? So 3.6, 1,003.6. 5% of 1,000 is a lot. 1,000.6.7. Yeah, I'm taking that as a win. Believe it. Okay. I'm going to cut these a little long. This I don't even need. Not now. Well, yeah, I will. Trying to think. I could take a 150 metal and a 1,000 silver mica and put it on this here. Upgrade this here and this here and see if that'll work. It probably will. Turn this off for right now. You know how you get a new toy and you play with it? Well, that's what I'm doing. I got a toy and I'm playing with it. I could have just tore the whole thing down and redid it and been like, ta-da, look at that, done. There's before, there's after, just like everybody else. But I want to show you guys the why. And you change this and this is the result, and you change that and that's the result, and you change this and this is what you get. Or you don't get any result at all. You know, whatever. So we're going to put this one. You know what? Just for room right now, we're going to leave these alone. Keep these back here for now. Output tuning, output tuning. Let's see if I can find a metal 150. Very hard to find if you can find them. Ha ha! Bingo, bingo, bingo. Here's a 150 and a 1000. Now, I want to show you what it's supposed to be. I'll use these two probably. Alright, zero it out. This one here. This one here. 128 puff. Yeah. Or 128. So, yeah. A whole lot better than what it was. So, that's what we're going to do. But first, I want to get this 1000 out of the 150, and you don't want to be doing that with your hands holding it because you will burn the shit out of yourself. I know that because I've done it lots of times. Now, I want to check to see what this cat measures at. .03, good enough. Alright, 1012. Okay. What's this thing measure at? .146.2. Alright, so it compensates a little. For 850, so that's 4 puff difference there. $112, 11, 10, 9, 8. So let's say it's 1008. I'd say that's pretty good. Let's see if we can't. No, you know what? We'll leave it be. We will leave that be. We are going to put this, though, however, this is an old Semco. Still good, though. We're going to put that right there. Nope. Cool down. When you put these parts in, you want them to sit right. If they don't sit right, you're gonna have problems. The ground on this cat means everything. So we changed the 330s, we got the 1000s, fixed the input tuning here, 100 puff here, took the Class C choke off here, put a smaller buffer input resistor here. So if you want to put some dead key into it, you can. It will take it. I mean, it's still 2 watt 100 ohm and 100 ohm here. It's a 4 watt dead key you can put into this max, but I wouldn't recommend it at all. I would recommend 2.5 watt dead key. I mean, all the way down this radio goes down to, I don't know, a watt, a little less than a watt, and it was still dead keying some, maybe, 25 to 50 watt dead key. Still a hell of a freaking modulator. Still. I'm going to put some filter caps on this thing too if I can fit them. If they will fit, I will put them in. Don't looks like they were going to fit. No, they will not fit. I've got the 25 volters that might fit though. Maybe. Barely. Depending upon the fan. You know what? I think they might fit. I'm going to pull 2 of them out just to put them in here anyway. And then we're going to upgrade the power cable so we can pull more power out of the box, and then we'll get, ta-da! Wrong one. There. You're not going to get any better than that. Okay. Get the screwdriver out of here. Get the stripper out of here. Don't think we need that either. Now we're going to take the 1000 puff cap. Most people don't know this stuff. But Toshibas are out. Toshibas are relatively dead gone. So all this stuff that I'm showing you is no big deal. Here, I'll just, here. And this will go down. And just around. Not all around and around and around, just down and around. That's all it needs. It doesn't need over and over and over until it don't need that. Output tuning is done, man. we take this, we'll add a little bit of more solder to this because it might need it. Wouldn't hurt. There. There, done. Now watch this thing take on a 500 watt meter and go tink. Oh wait. That ain't gonna do jack if it ain't connected to power, is it? These will be fine. For now, they'll be fine. If it's still not doing what I want it to do, then yeah, output transformers are being changed. The combiner will be replaced. Wow, that's hot. When you use hot tools, you get the hot end of the stick. That's good. No, that wasn't good. That's why I touched it. To make sure if it was going to be good or not. There, that's good. Okay. Now, let's see what this little thing is going to do, shall we? This over here. We're not playing with the ohms anymore. And if somebody wants more input padding, it's really easy to do. It's not hard. All right. But it's not even a 43. It's a 43 material. It's not even 61. 43, 43. 43, 43, 43, 43, 43, 43. Actually, this might be 61, and those are 43s. I'm thinking the output transformer's got to be changed anyway. Alright, let's see how this performs. Back on 14 volts, power on, radio on, hello radio audio, test. Hello. Alright, we're getting 200 bird out of it. Hello. And it's slamming the 1,500 watt slug. We gotta change the output transformers, gentlemen. Here, let's get the glare out of here for you. Try to anyway. There. Peak watts. Hello. Audio. Audio radio. Hello. See on the bottom there? Down there. Still says 500 watts. Hello radio. Output transformers have to be changed. Peak in the corner. In the corner. In the corner. Hello. And that's variable power all the way down. Hello. So I might have to put the variable power, the choke back on the one pill stage. or the 68 ohm, 30 some odd whatever ohm, because it's, let's see, 500 watt. The radio itself is doing, how many watt dead key? Under a watt dead key. Just a hair under 1 watt dead key, okay? And 14 volts, box on. That's peak. Let's go back to average. 500 watt slug would be the middle. 70 watt dead key. Yeah. Got a 10. Well, 70 watt dead key. No, we need more of a we need more of a thing on it. We need more buffer pad. That'll bring it down some. So, okay, output transformer or output thing here is done. Yeah, absolutely wild. All right. Okay. So 70 watt dead key. I mean, that's pretty good actually. 1 watt in, 70 watts out. This is a 5 pill. Nah. Just for shits and giggles, I want to see. I put this back in it. Come on. Didn't go that way. Went in this way. Good Lord. We will do it again with this for a better soldering connection. I mean, we really don't need it. And I'm going to move that cat back. It don't need to be that freaking long. There. That's better. Now, with that input back on it and change nothing else, right? Turn the thing back on again. Hello, radio. Yep. Hello. Hello. And drop the input down too. Hello. Now we can dead key about 100 watts. No, less than that. Alright. 20 watt dead key. Hello, radio. Yeah, remember, I'm only using a 20 watt peak radio. Alright. Hello, audio, radio, hello. Hello. Now, we're going to put a 1,000-watt slug in here. Hello. Still 2-watt reflect. That could be because of my where the hell is the 1,000-watt slug? Here it is. 1,000-watt slug. Hello, radio, audio, test. Hello, radio, audio, test. There's your 700 watts on 14 volts. We go 15.5. There's 14.5. Hello, radio, audio, hello. There's 800. Little 15 volt. Hello, radio, audio, test, audio. There's 900. We go 15.5. Hello, radio, audio, test, audio. Input tuning's not changing. Go back down to 14 volt. Hello, radio, audio, test. I'd say it's done. Except, I mean, the heat sink's getting a little warm. Hello, radio, audio, hello. Pushing maybe 800, maybe just a touch. But you know what I want to do? I want to put in the big output transformers, the .61 or the 61s, and I want to do it that way. Because this way, yeah, it'll work. You know. Here, let's see. Just for shits and giggles. Let's turn radio off. Hello, radio, audio, test. Hello. Turn the dead key all the way down. Hello, radio, audio. Hello. 1.5 dead key, or 1.5 reflect. Hello, radio, audio, hello. That's all the way down. Hello. Audio, test. Yeah, so, and that's just on pure heat sink. And it's warm, it's not hot, it's warm. So, I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add some wire to the fans. They seem like they'll work. We'll see. And I know this has been popped a few times because there's like that soot crap up inside the lid. So I know it's been popped a few times. So it's alright. I'd say $400 shipped, and you can get yourself a nice 5 pill. $400 shipped. I mean, all the pills are good in it. You're doing decent amount of watts. Try to get these fans working first. Gotta have the fans working on here at least. Well, you don't have to, but it'd be a good idea. And then on top of that, you probably, yeah, see, these are, even the caps themselves, the 1,000 puff caps, they're getting a little warm. And the output transformers, they're getting warm. Put the bigger output transformers on there with the metal mic caps, they won't get so warm. So then you won't lose power and heat. Alright. Negative feedback, I'll just leave alone. Alright, that's 10. Hang on a second. Send this wire here. Maybe I can get lucky and connect it to the relay. Or it would go to the bottom of the switch. Oh, let's see here. There's no easy way to put this in here, is there? Probably why they went snip. Alright. Output. That's all done there. I wonder what the bypass tuning on this is, because I don't think there is any. It really doesn't matter at this point because you got the preamp on it, so that kind of messes it up a little bit. The preamp was done right. 15 puff cap on the input SO239, that's okay. If I put the big output transformers in here, will it clear? Yeah, it'll clear, but not the metal mica caps. The metal mica caps won't clear, that's why they're not in here. We're going to have to leave it the way it is. And then somebody, if they want later on down the road, put in a fan on the bottom of it, and that'll keep that cool. One fan works, one fan don't. All right. What size fans are these? Ranch fans? I don't know. Find out in a minute. I mean, one fan does work. I want to, before I go through all the trouble, I want to make sure that they work. and it blows down. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll keep, you gotta have out. We have out over here in the back. I gotta find another fan. Here, we'll just flip you this way because you're gonna be no more playing around on the. Oops, wrong way. Now, all right, cool. So now we're doing the 700 watts out with a 20 watt peak radio. So a 148 GTL behind this would be perfect. Or a Cobra 25 or something like that. Cobra 29 that's doing 35 watts max. 30 watts would be better. I gotta find another fan for this. I'll find one. But it's only the front fan that's working. The back fan is not, correct? On 14 volts. Front fan's working and it's going down. Alright, in this case, you want three here, three here. If I have to get two fans and put two new fans on here, so be it. But you know what? If I can get them to where they go on top, they sit on top, with two new grates, because these grates look like shit, I'll do that, and then these fans can't cost too much money at all. And this is connected to that. Just for shits and giggles. Maybe. Just maybe. The connection inside the thing here came out and wasn't very good. And maybe that's why the back fan isn't working. Let's put that to the test real quick. Put this wire somewhere else. So we're not gonna or get out on anything. Yeah, let's see. Come on. No. That is a doornail. No power. Okay. Let's just solve that question. Would it do this if I did that? The answer is no, it won't. It's still dead. Pills in this box is still very, very, very good. Basically what you're getting is you're getting Toshiba pills for under $100 a crack. Yeah, this was done in a very yeah, I need to figure this one out. Right. Maybe just put the fan grill back on it. And whatever blows down comes out the back. I don't know. It's supposed to go like this. Because it's pretty much enclosed once you have the lid on, but that's what these little side grates are for. But Yeah. You really don't have that much cooling coming out that way. I don't know. I'll think about it. These 4 screws, actually, all the screws have to be replaced on this. Those over here. That. And then take the ground leg off of this. That's reusable. Come on, out you go. See? You don't have to do that. I used to do it too. I mean, just wrap it once and call it done, but it don't even need that. Little 0.16 amp, 12 volt ball bearing, low noise, long lifetime, heat. It's an Evercool. This is what they call computer batteries or computer fans. Computer fans. Here's my ruler. Or tape measure. 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, just a touch under 3.5. See, those are 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, those are 16ths. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eighths. 2 and 6 eighths? I'll have to look that up. No, I ain't right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright, half of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3 eighths. Alright. It takes me a minute, but I'll figure it out. I don't read a tape measure like that very often. I know what 16ths and 8ths are. It might take me a minute. I might have to do it out loud. I might sound like an idiot, but I'll do it. All right. So 3 eighths, 2 and 3 eighths. Yeah, 2 and 3 eighths. Just to commit this to memory. 2 and 3 eighths. Okay. I'm gonna get 2 and 3 eighths just to make sure that they're brand new and they're fine. And what I will do is also upgrade the power wire. And these connections on here, they're crimp-on. They're crimp-on connectors. They're not even soldered on. They're crimp-on, and it's 10 gauge. So you're limited on that too. So I think what we'll do, it will leave everything the way it is now alone. It's just a tad above room temperature right now. That's it. And I'll use this to go across from this LED to that LED. Wait a minute. Yeah. That's I'll do that real quick. Da-da-da-da. There. Now, we're going to test that theory. Alright, well, I turned the sideband switch on, the preamp switch comes on, so that wasn't. Okay, so I gotta put an additional. Oh, I see. It's the resistor I gotta put back in there. No big deal. I looked at it wrong. It happens. I don't know what they use for other ones. I'm using 1,000. So it might be a little brighter on the green for the preamp, but 1,000 ohm, quarter, eighth watt, whatever it is. Quarter watt. Yeah, the reason these transformers are in here is because they're low profile. If you put these bigger, taller ones in here with this in it, you're not going to fit the fans on it. That will be something for me to play with once I get 2 new fans. Actually, you know what? Now that one fan is completely the jack out of here, it's off, okay. I'll put the lid back on it. If the fan was on here, on the bottom, it'll never clear it. It'll never clear it. That's why they used the transformers they did. Okay. It would never clear it with the fan. I mean, it barely clears now with the fan. If I stick these straight up, which is still, it's about the same size. If I stick the cap straight up, silver mica straight up, it's just a touch higher than this transformer is with the metal mic on it. It might work. It might work. God, this lid is tight on here. No, it'll work. I'd have to put some double-sided sticky tape for insulation to make sure it wasn't going to arc or anything, hypothetically, worst case scenario. But it would work. It would work. Because the fan's back here. I want to put a bolt on this thing and just run dual 8-gauge out of this thing. That's what I want to do. I want to put a bolt like right back here. Okay. and just run two 8-gauge wires out the back of this and run the bolt directly to board, and then you can run whatever you want for negative off the back of the box. That's what I'd recommend. But you don't have, this is a full heat sink jobby that you're not pulling in air through the bottom and all that stuff. There's no fan on the bottom of this. There probably should be one. I'm not going to put one on. But what I will do is open this hole up bigger to put a bigger grommet in, like over there. And I will put in two 8-gauge, and I'll drill another single hole for two 10-gauge negatives, because I don't think I have 8-gauge negative. Not the way I want it to. No. I take that back. I got some. This 8-gauge. Yes, it is. This is 8-gauge wire right here. So here, I'll do this. It's not the really nice positive 8-gauge I'm using, but this stuff is still really nice for what it is. There were nice angel hair strands in it. I'm just going to tin it real quick. There. I will use this. It's a longer wire, but I will use this in replace of the 10-gauge, and I'll use, I got enough of this stuff to where I can use two 8-gauge out and two 8-gauge negative out and call it a day. What the hell, why not? I mean, I don't really need it, but I just like it, so I will do it that way. I'll go overkill on the wires on this, and we're at 200 bird, 700 peak. Yeah. We're going to put in these guys. I just got to find out what the capacitance is of this guy here and try to find another one to match it. No, the price just went up to $500. Damn near. I want to keep the price on this as low as I can. No, it's not going to test because it's... Oh, I hate doing this. Now let that sit. $992. That's what that is. I don't know. I might. These are 1% caps, but these are not cheap caps. $986. Okay. The hell? Oh, it's Arkin. That's not here. $992. So here to here is $992. Okay, that's not bad. $994. Those two are good. $990. $992. $992. All right. So I can put those two in there as 992s. That's still a 992. It takes time doing all this. $994. $991. It's still in the ballpark, though. I mean, they're 1,000 puff caps, for Christ's sake. How perfect do you think you can get them? $991. $986. So this one here, that one there. 994.2. $992.5. $992.2. That's as matched as I can get it with the caps I got left. So, but you're also looking at like $25 a transformer. Okay, because these transformers are expensive. And these caps are expensive. These metal mica caps, they're expensive. So we can do the upgrade with the output transformers and the output caps, but you're looking at an upgrade cost. I mean, I gotta get 2 brand new fans anyway. And I can still keep it in a 425 shipped thing. I'm gonna take this to the break anyway, and just put it on the table and say, like, you know, for sale, 425. So shipped or whatever, it doesn't matter. 425. I'm not coming off of, because I'm not shipping it, I'm not coming off of it. Whether it's in person, it's $4.25, or it's I gotta ship it out to you, it's still $4.25. So there's that. But I'm gonna do the upgrade on the power wires. I'm gonna do this here for an upgrade too. You know what? I'll do that now. I'll do that now. Where do I have the most stuff? Of course. I can even use white. Yeah, I'm proud of them. They use relatively the same size wire, same length wire anyway. So I'll do about the same. A little bit bigger wire. Using the same ferrite cores they had. Actually, three. Yeah, it's 3 wraps, not 2 wraps. I was wrong, my bad. Wait a minute, what am I thinking? A little bit wasteful, yeah, but one, two, three. Two, three. There, that's filtered better instead of 2. See the difference in size? Not telling you what size it is, I'm just telling you inky dinky compared to that for something else. You know what? Here, I'll do it like this. it might not make a whole world of difference, but you'll be getting more power to be positive, and that will help. And this little bitty 10 gauge stuff, that's good for 2 pills, not for 4 pills. So there's another choke there. Maybe I should do the power wire upgrade on a different video. And this one's already pushing limits of, not really limits, they're just long videos, that's all. If these were live videos, you guys wouldn't care. You guys would be like, probably was watching, no problem anyway. But since they're not, I mean, for testing, and besides, this black 10 gauge has a cut in the sheathing, so I have to replace it anyway. You know, here, I'll take. Did I turn it off? No. Take that off of there. Take that off of there. Eighth gauge out. I'm sorry, 8 gauge out. 10 gauge out. This 10 gauge here out. Grommet out, because we're going with a bigger grommet. Or we could leave it and just do 8 gauge negative here with the grommet. It wouldn't be a snug grommet, but then again, you don't yank by the power wires anyway, you know. So 8 gauge here. I don't know. Regardless, you know what? Ground bolt here for negative, positive right there. I don't know. It's something I got to reconfigure and play with. So that will be in a different video. And I'm seriously contemplating, you know what, I'm trying to keep the price down. So it's doing 700 watts out peak. You can dead key a little bit with this thing and not hurt it. You're doing alright. Input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new caps. Took the Class E choke off the input, you really don't need it. Went through this, I gotta put a 1000 ohm resistor over here, whoop-de-doo. All the switches work, happy about that. So overall this came in pretty good condition. Just it should have been 2290s in this box originally, not 2879, so that's what this thing was built for. Well, you know what? It was probably 1446s. That's it. That's exactly was it. These were 1446 boxes. I I'm sorry I didn't figure that out earlier. There, that'll be that spotter. Whoever put these pills in really didn't do that good of a job. Alright, so we got 700 watts peak out of a one drive and 4, and it was doing 400 watts peak. I took a gamble and I did pretty good. This thing here, this can be upgraded too, but there's only so much power you can give to a one pill. But what we can do add more solder to it. And I will also add two 25 volt 47 microfarad 4700 microfarad caps to this because it will fit. It'll fit. Even with the fan, it'll fit. So I will be adding these to them. I always get these confused. Always. There. Perfect. That was the solder. Perfect. And then when I can, I will do the other one to the other side. You know what? Yeah. There. Okay. And I'll put that there after the negative goes in. But it's done. these other caps, these 595s, these 270s. Don't need them. And I gotta figure out what standardization of screw I can use so I can put 4 good screws in, because the knockout from the bottoms of them are gone, if they were there at all. The, what do you call it, PEM nuts that go up underneath. I mean, these weren't even soldered on, so I'm not really getting connection, but I'm a perfectionist. So we got the power back out of this that we needed. We got the input down on it that we wanted. Yeah. Good job. Good job. Yeah, it's just here to here, here to here. So I don't know. I'm gonna look up how much it costs to replace these transformers and how much these caps are. I mean, to get them that matched, that's almost unheard of. So, gotta be worth something. The output itself would be remaining cooler because you're having higher, bigger output transformers in the output where it should be anyway, and you have the metal micas up on top, anywho, where they belong. Plus you get a 61 mix output combiner, because I'm going to have to completely rebuild that one. That's a 43. Can't use it. The input's a 61. The output's a 43. Weird. But yeah, it all depends upon what you guys want to do for cost. So, all right, I'm gonna look up these fans, get them ordered, and then catch you guys later. Anyone out here on the radio? Box up need to go up there for power to talk on the radio. Oh, channel 1. Hello, anybody there? Probably not. Two of these little ones, it would have been better if he just went with one big 120 in the middle. It is what it is. Alright, no talkie on the radio. Just looking at this going. It's alright. We fixed it. I mean, it's doing now what it's supposed to do. Inputs tuned, outputs tuned. Because right now we're at 4 1/4. I don't know. I might have a surprise. I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, this box will sell. This will sell. I mean, if it does too much power, it's going to get too hot, and you're going to have to add a fan to the bottom of it. Regardless, if it runs if you're doing 1,000, 1,200 watts out of this thing, you're going to be ripping and roaring. Yeah, you know what? I will add these two to it. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Put these on there. Put this on there. Put the ground bolt in here. Run another grommet for the, or just make this one bigger. We'll just go 1/8 in here and 1/8 over here in the center and call it a day. We're not going to do all this jumping up and down, goofing around stuff. No, I'll just drill this out with the drill. I forget what it's called. It opens the hole, make it bigger. I'll use that, and then make it bigger. Use one of those grommets like I'm using over there. Use the real nice wire that I got in. This stuff, I'll use this stuff for positive, which is expensive stuff. That's like $2 a foot or more. And then we'll be sitting at 450. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do all that. I'll put this in, put that in, put in the 8 gauge negative, 8 gauge positive, drill this out, upgrade these with these, put in the extra filtering cap, 2 new fans, 450 plus shipping. It'll have to be 450 plus shipping at that point. That's the best I can do. Absolute best. I don't even know how much these little fans are going to cost. I got not a clue. I got to look them up yet. So I'm going to go do that now. And then work on the rest of this tomorrow. You guys have a good one. Take care. Take it easy. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Turn off the peak kit. And have a good day. 2.5 hours. That's a long video. Oops.